Good morning, skiers and snowboarders. It is Tuesday, November 24th, a couple of days before Thanksgiving, and it's 8:44 a.m. and this is a live shot at Cataloochee Ski Area, which is open today. Cataloochee is open with 3 of 18 slopes and trails, 2 lifts with an 8 to 12 inch frozen granular. As it warms up a little bit later on, that's going to be obviously a variable granular type of a condition. Sugar is open today with a 5 to 20 inch base frozen granular, 4 of 21 slopes and trails, and 1 lift in operation. I'll show you real quick live shot here at the base as Sugar Mountain is still making snow. Borderline temperatures right now, right at 32, 33 degrees, but they are making snow. In fact, it's funny, the temperature first thing this morning was 41 degrees, and you can see here that they are making snow. Temperature bottomed out a little bit, and that allowed for some snowmaking. Over at into the West Virginia ski areas, I'll show you a live shot here real quick at the bottom of Snowshoe Mountain at the boathouse, and you can see they're making quite a swell or well of snow there at the mountain that they'll be pushing around here in the next week as they prepare for their December 4th opening. Right now, that's pretty much it in terms of the area and snowmaking. But the big news coming up, if you guys watched Brad Panovich's forecast video that he posted overnight, the big news coming up is colder temperatures and not only some snow-making windows of opportunity as we get into the first of next week. That's about 6 days ahead, but also a couple of back-to-back chances at some natural snowfall. In fact, let me just play that portion of the video for you right now and just kind of show you what Brad says in his own words.
I do think there is going to be some natural snow, especially right in here, because we should at least have some northwest flow coming off the Great Lakes. The question is how much this southern stream energy will get involved, but the fact that it's just cold is really key here. This is early next week, and then to cap it all off, late in the week, we've got another one of these cutoff lows developing, and check this thing out. I went a little fast there, but this is another cutoff low. Look at this thing coming down, okay? Now, these upper lows moving into the southeast are prolific snowmakers in the higher elevations because this brings its own cold air with it. You don't need to actually have cold air at the surface because it's really cold aloft. So if you can get precipitation, it will drag it down to the surface. But if you're at 4,000 or 5,000 feet, you're going to get snow. So I think this is a wet, heavy snow, especially for the southern Appalachians, shaping up late next week. So 2 possibilities. Let's look at the temperatures here. Through this week, obviously pretty warm here, but I want to watch what happens next week with this trough digging in. I mean, that's legit cold. I mean, if you look here, this is going into next week, so I'm going to back this up here. Look at some of this cold air coming in next week. I mean, that's some pretty chilly air coming down for the end of next week. So,
and guys, that pretty and chilly air that he's talking about are those snowmaking windows of opportunity, excuse me, that we're, expecting kind of to happen from what all the meteorologists are saying, short windows of opportunity where we'll have warmer, drier conditions and then cold snaps. And that cold snap is going to be really perfectly timed, and we can hope that we see that kind of perfect timing really all season long, because that's going to make life a lot more fun for skiers and snowboarders across the southeast and mid-Atlantic. I've got to share with you guys real quick here on this Tuesday morning as we kind of set the stage here for the early preseason, where right now, we've only got a couple of ski areas open. That's going to change here pretty quick over the next 10 days or so as we see Snowshoe and other ski areas open up for the season as well, Ski Beach, Beach Mountain Ski Resort, etc. And that is, a lot of people that I've talked to are kind of talking about how heavy the tourism traffic has been at all of our mountain communities over the summer and into autumn. And that is the case. And a lot of people are saying, business is going to be great and what have you. And we're certainly hopeful of that, but it's going to be probably based on what we're seeing and hearing from all of the meteorologists in the area, including our own Brad Panovich, is that we're going to see some wild swings. The La Nina winters are typically winters that we may get those heavy periods of heavy snowfall that could mount up and give us, some 80% of what our normal snowfall is. And of course, we could see more than that. But what we're probably going to see a lot of is shorter windows of snowmaking opportunities this season if things kind of hold pattern. And that's going to make it even more vital for our viewers to check back with Ski Southeast and with Resort Cams to know what's going on, because there's going to be these periods where off the mountain it's going to be temperatures in the 70s, and people are not going to be thinking snow, and they're not going to be thinking skiing and snowboarding. A lot of people aren't going to be knowing whether or not the slopes are covered, and that's a big question that comes up with these thaw periods that we see in these La Nina type ski seasons. So all of that kind of translates to, I think we're going to be even more important than usual in terms of being able to provide you guys with up-to-date, day-to-day updates on skier conditions, snow conditions, and skier forecast for those preceding few days or coming up, for the weekends. So be sure to tell your friends, your fellow snow lovers, skiers, that Ski Southeast is the place to be. Resort Cams is where you can come live and see the actual conditions live. This is a shot right now at the Beach Mountain Resort Summit Cam at the top of beach. They were making snow this morning as well. So, we're happy to say that the past week we actually saw on Ski Southeast and our Facebook social media content, we had something like 170,000 viewers. And then on Resort Cams over the last 7 days, we've seen 74,160 viewer sessions. So, man, it's early, and it's very early for those kind of numbers. So, we're seeing a lot of pent-up interest, a lot of people who are planning and wanting to go visit their favorite ski mountains. So be sure to check back early and often, as we'll provide you with the day-to-day updates on everything that's going on and any changes in operating schedules that hopefully won't, but that certainly might, could come up as it applies to COVID-19 and those sorts of things. So that's it for right now. Kind of going back to it and giving you a little bit of a quickie snow report. I know Matt Laws has updated that information for you already this morning, but I'll go ahead and cover that again real fast. We've got several ski areas that made snow. Those included Beach Mountain, Cataloochee. Looks like Sapphire Valley might have made some snow. Anyway, obviously Sugar Mountain made snow, Snowshoe Mountain made snow, and that's it for the ski areas in the southeast of Mid-Atlantic. The only two ski areas that are open right now are, again, Cataloochee Ski Area in Maggie Valley, North Carolina, with 3 slopes and trails serviced by 2 lifts and an 8 to 12 inch base. Sugar with 4 slopes and trails, 1 lift operating, and a 5 to 20 inch base. Both are just open for day skiing. There will be a few more bare spots over on the Sugar side because, again, they really only had an opportunity to make snow down at the base about 18 hours or so several days ago, and then they're making some snow or something right now. So keep that in mind. Anyway, enjoy your day. Check back again soon, and think cold and think snow.